Hello, everybody. Come on in. I am getting ready to make a second one of these beauties. This is going to go on my um, front porch. So I thought I'd bring you along while I make the second one. And something's happening with my rotation. So let me see if I can't get that straight. Bum, bum, bum. Let's see. See what we got here. Waiting anyway, well, in hopes that a couple people will actually be able to hop on. It is storming here in Tomball, so I'm not even sure if this is going to stay on. Up, up, up. Let's give you a couple minutes to get on. Ooh, I gotta change the orientation for real. Hold on. Better. All right. Yeah, I had y'all upside some kind of way. I don't know. Anyway, welcome, and I will get started here in just a little bit. I made this gorgeous hot pink magnolia planter for my porch, and I need two because I've got to have one on either side of my door. So that's what we'll be doing today. I'm gonna go ahead and make the second one. I'm gonna move this one out of the way so it's not impeding anybody's view or distracting anybody. So I'm gonna get this one off the table and set it over here while I work on the other one. All right. So what we'll be starting with are these wreaths that I purchased at Hobby Lobby. I have 4 of them. They are normally $10.99, but again, as I always say, for Hobby Lobby, you want to go when everything is 40% off. So go when it's 40% off. So I'm going to cut the tags off of these, and we are going to attach them to each layer using zip ties. So let's get started. Let me know when you jump on, say hello. If you watch this during a replay, let me know that as well. I appreciate it. If you have not joined my station, my YouTube channel, please do that. That'd be wonderful. I would love it, love it, love it to have you as part of the community. So today I have a very special guest in the room, but she won't let me put the camera on her. So it's my mom.
Hello there.
My mom is here. She's here for all the festivities with Ryan's graduation. So she's sitting in the room watching me create, which is a nice change of pace. So now that I have the wreaths up here, I am going to get out my zip ties, and I'm going to do 2 zip ties per wreath frame so that I've got, security on either side of it. So we'll get those in. Real simple. You just want to make sure you go through this part of your wreath base and then through the frame as well, and zip tie it up to the top. So that is what I'm going to do here. Starting at the bottom, and go through. So have my zip tie come out the bottom, and I will bring it around one of the frames here or the wires here in the planter frame. And then I will lock it in place. I hear the thunder. I have most of you know I have 2 dogs, and one of them is very sensitive to loud noises. So he is in his crate next to me, so he can at least see me while I'm doing this. But if he weren't in his crate, he would be in my arms, trying to be in my arms anyway. So you might hear him talking to us a little bit throughout the live. So just send Dagger a little love. Let him know that it's all okay. So I've got that first one nice and secure. You can see it's really secure. I can lift up the planter with it. I'll put the second one in. Zip ties are definitely your friend when you are doing projects like this one. It's okay, baby. I know, you don't like the thunder.
Your grandmother doesn't either.
Alright, so I am cutting these off as I go. Let's do this side over here. And this is truly just the foundation of it all. So this helps me with, my greenery. And it gives me something for my flowers to go through. Okay, third one down. One more to go. Nice and tight. All right, so now all 4 of my wreath bases are attached to my planter. And the next thing we'll do is I'm going to start with a layer of the fuchsia or hot pink magnolias. So believe it or not, these are absolutely gorgeous. I love them. They came from Walmart.
Wow.
These came from Walmart. And I think there were $7.98 each. Unfortunately, there's no sale at Walmart. So, but these are really, really pretty. So what I do, I start with the longest one is the one that I'll put down first. And then I'll come back with the next to the longest one. And we're going to start here at the bottom. So I'm going to take this and bend it a little bit. So I don't need all the stem. I just want the flowers. I'm going to bend it, cut it, snap. And I will be using U-pins or floral pins as some people refer to them. So these are the pins I'm referring to. So I'm going to use these to secure, I'm sure you can see that, to secure my flowers on the base. Okay. So, because I need this to be in a circular fashion, I'm going to bend this stem like so. It's got wire in the stem, so it's pretty easy to manipulate. And let's start at the bottom here. And I am going to pin these down using the U-pins into the frame. And I cross them over, so I'll have two in each section. Of the magnolias.
I used to have a magnolia tree.
You did, I remember. White magnolias, though.
It was white. Those are beautiful.
They are. I was really surprised when I found them at Walmart. And
Magnolias in real life are pink or something?
there are some pink magnolias.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
there really are some pink magnolias. All right, so I've got this first set on. Now I will come back and wrap another layer around on the other side. And I'm gonna cut a little higher up because I don't really need a leaf. Again, I'm gonna kind of bend this in a circle, semi-circle, because this one's shorter. And I will secure these with U-pins as well. If you would like, you can also hit these up with some hot glue. I'm not going to because I like to repurpose my really pretty flowers if I can, when it's for my use. Now, if I were making this for someone else, I would glue them in addition to the U-pin. But since it's for me, and you never know, I might decide one day just to use these in another design. I am going to leave them as is. So here's my second magnolia bush with stems. I'll cut this just a little under the actual last leaf on here. And these stems are thick, 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 thick. Again, make this into a circular pattern. Going on top here. You pinning it down. Just crossing those U-pins. Pinning it up here. And I will crisscross again. All right. Then I need my second one, and I'm going to take the last one off the original branch that I had. I'm going to get this one off here so that I've totally used up the stem. So that now becomes trash. And I am going to bend this one. And you pin this one down.
I'd love to have 2 of those on my patio, baby.
Would you now?
Yes. And
They're not red, Mom.
No, but they're beautiful.
Alright. Let me get another long one out of here. Okay. So again, circular pattern. I'll get this heat pin down. Again, one of the things I absolutely love about having these, floral wreaths that, floral wreath bases with the greenery is it helps so much cut down on the amount of floral decor you need to add to your design because it already kind of handles that green for you. And I hope that you are enjoying your Memorial Day today. And if you're here in the Texas area, I hope you didn't have plans outside. I know Dallas is raining a lot there as well. It's my dad's birthday today. Happy birthday, Daddy, again. And I know I talked to him this morning and it was pouring down cats and dogs in Dallas. Alright. Put a couple more of these on here. We're almost done laying down the pink magnolias. Got one more layer to go. Wouldn't it be so pretty? Gosh. Y'all know I'm a purple fan, but
Oh, yes.
these were doing it for me. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to make sure that I get these into something. Alright, so on this bundle, I didn't have the long stem, so I'm actually gonna do 3 of the shorter ones in here just to make sure I have as many magnolias in this as I do the others. The fullness I want to remain the same. I was trying not to have too many left over. So. Let me get this one out of here. I'll get one more section go across the top here. Then we'll move on to the next thing. Turn this around so I can see. Get it over on this one. One more U-pen set to go here in the front. All right, so we've got magnolias, the pink magnolias all around. And what we're gonna do now, I kept saying pink magnolias, so that should have told you something. That's empty. I have just a couple more on this one little, so I'll see if I do something with that. But I said pink because we also have some white ones. So we're gonna put in some white magnolias as well. These are going to just be, I am gonna glue in. So I'm just gonna cut these off the stem. And get these cut out of here. One. 4, and then my top layer I'm gonna do 2 on. So, all right. So I've got all of these, and I have my hot glue pot over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some hot glue on here. And then I'm gonna stick these in as well. So just pick a side that you would like to have them in. I'm thinking from my perspective, I want them to be facing out where people will, see the white. So I'm putting these on the side that, on the outside kind of. And I'm not doing them in the exact same location all the way through, but they're in there. So put another one. Stuck in over here. I'll manipulate some things over here. And so this one in the top, I'm going to do 2. So I'm going to put one back on this side.
You put in those on the patio or at the front?
On the porch.
Okay.
It'll be in the front.
Okay.
Got one on that side. And then I'm going to put one on this side. I'll just spin it around for you so you can kind of see where we are now. All right. But we're not done. We've got more flowers to put in here. These I also got from Hobby Lobby. They were $6.99, 40% off. If you are interested in the SKU number, it's 811083. And I have this in the lighter pink, the deep pink, and in white. So I am going to push these leaves up a little bit. I love the whole push stem effect. So it gets all your flowers towards the top of the stem. And I'll cut these off. Alright, so there are 9 of these. I also have it in white. The SKU number for this is 346510. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Cut these off. After I push all the stems up, all the leaves up to the top. Yay, 9 of those. And then the hot pink, SKU number 811158. So all of those were $6.99, 40% off at Hobby Lobby. So push all these stems up. And we'll cut these as well. Alright, 9 of those. Woohoo! I love it when it always comes out even. Okay, so I'm gonna put 2 of each in all these at the bottom, and then one of them's gonna get 3. I don't know which one yet, so we'll just see. So 2 white will go in, and I'm gluing these in, using hot glue to glue them in. And I'm kind of doing them opposite of one another on this wreath base, just because I do have these other colors. So I'll come in with 2 of the regular pink and 2 of the hot pink as well on the bottom. So we'll see how that goes. Those pink there. And this pink here. And then the hot pink. Because I have a big magnolia on the bottom right here, I'm going to put this hot pink over here. And I want to put the other one towards the back. All right. Now, on to the next layer. 2 white, 2 pink, and 2 hot pink. And I'm gonna move them around a little bit. So while I have white at the bottom in the back, I'm gonna have white on the side here. And then my hot pink, I think I'm gonna do front and back. Again, I've got this really pink magnolia up here in the front, so I'm gonna do it on the other side of the white magnolia. And this one's gonna go down like that. And then do my light pink. And for the light pink, I'm gonna go in here and in the front over here, give a little pink contrast behind this magnolia. Okay. Next one, 2 whites, 2 pinks, and 2 hot pink. And let's go. All right. So on this one, I'm gonna do a hot pink kind of back here, in the back, let it stick out. And a hot pink opposite it in the front. Go with the white in the back. And toward the front. You can do these any way you want. It doesn't have to be, the way that I'm doing them. I'm just putting them where it's speaking to me. And then the light pinks are gonna go on the side. All right, and then for the top. So I'm gonna start out just doing the 2 of every color, and then I'm gonna come back and figure out where I wanna do the extras of everything. So. Definitely do a splash of white in the front over here. Go around the back. Then my lighter pinks. One smack in the middle of these 2 magnolias in the front with the light pink. And go back behind with the other light pink. And then for the hot pink. The hot pink, I'm gonna come in the back on that side with one of them. And on this one, I guess I'll have to come in next to this white. So I've got one of each color left because I had 9 each one. So I'm just gonna plop these down somewhere interesting. Doesn't make any sense to keep just the one of every one of these. So
And they're so full and pretty.
thank you.
I think the butterflies will think it's real.
Ha!
And the bees too.
And the bees. That's what my husband will be complaining about. Okay. So I'm snatching glue strings. I'm not just aimlessly moving through the air with my hands. I'm seeing glue strings that I'm trying to get. This one is a hot pink, and I actually think I am going to. Well, it's also. Let's go ahead and do this top one. That's what everybody's gonna pay the most attention to. They're gonna see that one best. Okay. Still not done because I have these cuties. I got these at the at home store. They were $3.99, so not expensive at all. I've got a few of these, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these and cut them near the head of the flower, and I'm gonna kind of put these in those places that I'm kind of like, it needs a little something something. So I'm gonna cut these off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one had like a double stem, so I'm going to cut that off. Got 7 flowers. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, actually I have 14. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna do here. First, got to stick a flower back on that came off. If you're ever working with your flowers and one of the heads come off the stem, just hot glue it back in. It's pretty simple, as you can see. All right, so I am going to start here on the bottom. These are definitely going to be on the outside so you can see them. So let me see. Let's go. Let's see what we do here. I'm gonna put one over here. Glue, glue, glue. I'm holding my leaves and my petals because I don't want to get glue on them, which is quite easy to do when you're using a glue pot. You're not careful. So I've got 3 in this middle one, or the second one on this side. So I'm gonna go do 3 on all the others and then come back and see where I want to plug in the extras. right, so I got 3 and 2 of them. Let's get 3 on the others. Somewhere. Blue string. It's kind of just doing a whole peekaboo thing. Right, then we'll have 3 at the top and I'll have 2 extras. I already know where I'm putting one of them. And then we'll see where we put that last one. So, put this here. Go, go, go. Alrighty. So I've got that going there. And then one of my extra 2 is going to go back here on the second tier from the top. And then this last one, I actually think is also going on the second tier from the top. Just has what looks like kind of a bare space. All right. Now, because I will have nothing else to do with these, I actually have 3 of these little buds. I'm gonna go ahead and cut them off. And leave them somewhere. Actually, I have 4. All right, let's see where we go. I'm kind of partial to the top just because I feel like it didn't get as many magnolias or big magnolias because I didn't have that one last big string. Eek! And the stem is thick. So you really got to work at getting that in there. Come up over here with this one. And one more. Whoop, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. All right. So all of my florals are in, and I'll spend a little time getting my glue strings off before I actually put this outside. But I'm still not done. So I am going to add some solar lights to these. This actually says purple at home at the at home store, but it's more of like a fuchsia, so it goes really well with this. And these were $7.99, so I have 2 of these, and I have 2 butterfly lanterns, and these were $9.99 also at the at home store. They had these in purple, yellow, white,
Red.
and a blue. No red.
Oh.
They had it in a blue. So I opted to do white. And what we're going to do, I'm going to cut the tags off, of course. So I got the tags all cut off. For these butterfly bases, I'm going to actually zip tie these in because I don't want them to move, especially since this globe that sits on top, I don't want that to teeter around. So I'm going to zip tie these in the center of my wreath frames on the 2 that I'm going to have it. So I'm going to have this on my first one that I made. I have the globe here, and then but this one I think I'm gonna put the lantern here, and I'm gonna alternate. So while I have the globe at the top on the other one, I'm gonna put the globe on the second tier, and I'm just gonna zip tie that in to make sure this baby doesn't go anywhere. And 1 zip tie should suffice. It's not a huge piece. So then this will just sit right on the inside there. And then I'll have one of these up here. Gotta move the flower, I feel it. Or some greenery. There we go. And then I will have a white one here with the lantern. And I will zip tie this baby over here. Cut that off. And sit that in. And let's see. You can't see this right now because it's not dark, but it does have lights in it. You can't see it. Sorry. Trust me, there are lights in there. All right, I'm gonna turn that off though until I get ready to put them outside. Okay, now I'm done. Officially, it's done. I'm finished.
It's so beautiful.
And I'm excited to have this be the second one. So, just a second, I'll put the first one back up here. I need to put my other little bulbs in this one. My other lantern, I'm sorry, which I have over here. All right, so that's it. That's the set. That's the pair. It's good to go. And I will be putting these on my front porch. And at night, you'll be able to see little fairy lights in the globes, and you'll be able to see the lights from the lantern. So hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you're not following me on Facebook, feel free to do so. I'd really love it. It's the same name, SDC Wreaths for you. Then of course, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do that. This is where I'll do all of my tutorials. Since Facebook's new policy deletes stuff after 30 days, and who's got time for that? And I'm also on Instagram and TikTok, same handle. All right, so everybody have a great rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Bye. Happy Memorial Day.